guys, it's your girl Erika Regine here, and I have another story time for y'all today, okay? This one is gonna be about my first time going to a club and also my first time going to a party. So you're gonna get a double header here today. Before we get started, leave a like. If you've had one of these experiences, let me know down below and share it with your friends. So let's get right into it, okay? So it's 2020 right now. I'm 23 right now. So last year is when I went to the club for the first time. My 22nd birthday is when I decided to venture out to the clubs. I'm not a club type of person, but I was just like, you know what? I didn't go for my 21st, so might as well try the club at least once in my life just to see if I really don't like the scene, right? So I went. I planned it like maybe a week or two before my birthday. It was me, my sister, my cousin, and a friend of mine that went with me. We go down to DC and we decide to hang out on U Street. Now if you don't know what U Street is and you're not familiar with it, it's just like a strip of clubs of any type of sort. So we had a designated driver, which was my cousin's boyfriend, because none of us wanted to drive drunk. We pre-gamed a little bit at my house. You know, everybody met up at my house and we drank a few sangrias. You know, everybody was basically lightweights except for my friend maybe, but you know, we weren't really drinkers. We drank a few sangrias and we drank while we were on the way. So by the time we got to the club, I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely feeling something. We get out the car, you know, he drops us off and we're like, yeah, we'll let you know. We'll give you a call when the clubs are closed, which is like around 2. So we'll call you around 2 or 3. We get down there to the clubs and we hop out the car and, you know, we're just looking. We're just standing on the street, the curb, the sidewalk, just looking at the clubs, just seeing which one we're going to go into. So while we're standing there, we're trying to figure out, well, which way do we want to go, right? I'm standing here, everybody is like, you know, around me, but I'm standing like, I'm just standing on the sidewalk, right? So all of, like I told y'all, I'm feeling something. I'm not drunk, but I'm feeling something. All of a sudden, I'm standing there talking to my girls like, yeah, which club are we gonna go into? Y'all don't know. I've never been down here. I've never been to a club before, you know, yada, yada, yada. I just feel warmth just up against my cheek, right? So I'm just like, what is that? You know, I didn't really put it together, but then when I felt the warmthness, everybody got quiet. Everybody got quiet and they were just looking at me. Not sober. So I'm like, what are they looking at? Because they weren't just looking at me like that. So when I turn to look at this person, right? Now y'all act like y'all me. You know, when you look at somebody, they face this way, right? So as soon as I look that way, right, I just see dude like this. And that's all I see, right? So I'm just looking like, it's really a crackhead just almost tried to kiss me, y'all. Like, crusty lips, just crust everywhere. You could tell he was a crackhead just by the way he was dancing. Like, I've never really seen a crackhead, but I know that was one. He just, you know, outside danced to the music, to the club, and I just let it go. We just, like, you know, we just stepped. We just moved to the side and let dude have his little shimmy time because he couldn't get to the club. We ended up going into a club, right? We went to, it was like an oldies club. They were playing older music, you know. It was an older group of people in there. And I'm an oldies type of person. I like old music. So I was, you know, hey, you know, I'm jamming. But they was just like, yeah, this is not it. And I'm like, okay, I mean, we can go to another club, but damn, like, don't downplay the old music now. That's some good music. So we go to the next club, and next club is like really just crowded. It's just a lot of people in there, and it's a lot of drunk people in there. So we're like, you know, let's get a few drinks while we're here, but let's leave and go to another club that's not as crowded. So they bought me like a drink each, so that's like 3 drinks for me. And by that time, I am pretty messed up, right? By the time we get to the next club, I am pretty messed up. Coming to find out, next club we ended up in was a gay club, y'all. We didn't really realize this until we were in there just jamming out to the music, and we started realizing the type of people that was cycling around us, you know? And we was like, oh, that's where we at. But we ain't really feel no type of difference because the music was bumping and everybody was acting like, who cares who was in there? This is a club, everybody drunk, everybody having fun. I danced for like 10 different strangers that night, and I don't even dance, y'all. I don't dance. Literally, I was up on these gay dudes dancing like I knew the person, like I had his number or something. Like I walked in there with it. Like, no. And it was just, I was moving people out the way because, you know, I'm trying to dance, get off my dance floor. I do remember that. I was drunk, but I was sober enough to know where I was and what I was doing. You know, people started leaving the club, and we were like, okay, the scene is kind of dry now. Where we gonna go? So we ended up going to the roof. Roof had a bar. We go and we're like, you know, overlooking the street and the people, you know, walking, and we're just seeing drunk people just be drunk, have fun. We're looking over the edge, and some dude comes up behind us and starts talking. He's like, is it your birthday? And I'm like, yes, it is my birthday. He's like, okay, I'll get you a drink. This is just some advice for some people. Don't take no drink from nobody you don't know. I don't care who you with. I don't care what they say. Don't take no drinks from no strangers. Just don't do what I did, y'all. Don't do it. Please don't do it. We get the drink, and you know, the rest of the night is kind of a blur from there on. I just remember you know, they throw us out the club because we got there at like 11, so you know the club's closed at 2. So we didn't really spend that much time down there. But, you know, the club's closed at 2. We ended up going across the street and getting some pizza. And our designated driver picked us up, and we all spent the night at my house. So, boom. My first club experience. It was okay, but scary at the same time because I was this close to getting a bum bump, y'all. Like, this close. The dude was literally, I felt the warmth from his crusty ass lips, okay? Y'all pray for me. I could have had a bum bump right here forever. Alright, so we're going to get into the next story time, which is my first party. So my first party, I was senior in high school. You know, it was like a month before I graduated, and that day, it was like the weekend, like maybe a Saturday or something. And I had heard the buzz like a few weeks before that about somebody in my graduating class throwing a party at his house, right? And like I said, I'd never been to a party, so I didn't even contemplate if I wanted to go or not. It was just a dead no. I'm hanging out with my best friend at that time, that day. And she's like, hey, so-and-so is having a party later on. Do you want to go? So I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to graduate. I never been to no party before. Why not? We go, we pull up. Boom. It's cool. The house is very nice, okay? I mean, I already knew where dude stayed, so I knew he was in a nice area, but the house was very nice inside. The cooking was delicious. The people there were just very inviting. Nobody made you feel uncomfortable there. Very nice scene. So we got there like maybe an hour, almost 2 hours before everybody else was showing up. At first, all it was mostly girls down there because it was in the basement. It was mostly girls in the basement, so we were just sitting talking, right? But then, you know, when the party was about to start, they like started turning the lights down, and then like maybe 5 minutes after that, all the dudes just swarmed in, and I'm like, all right, I'll just keep this in mind, y'all. In high school, I was not about the boys, not at all. I ain't had no time for it. I didn't care about it. I was thinking about sports and graduating. Trifling. Okay? Trifling. So anyway, the boys start piling in. And my best friend is like, oh, well, I'm gonna go chill with them. So I'm like, do you, boo-boo? I'm not judgy. That's what you want to do it. I'm just sitting there. So she goes somewhere for like 5-10 minutes, and I'm just sitting there. So I'm just like looking around like, yo, where is she at? Right? So then maybe 5-10 minutes later, she comes back with a bottle. And it's like, it's dark liquor. And to this day, y'all, to this day, I do not like dark liquor. It's just, it don't sit well with my body, y'all. It just don't. She's like, I'm about to take a shot. Do you want one? And I'm like, you know I'm underage, but I ain't about to be no party pooper. Everybody in here taking shots. I'm at least take one. No, I knock it back. And my stupid ass gonna say, I don't feel it. Let me take another one. I don't think it worked. Y'all, I was a lot smaller than I am now. So, big time lightweight. First time drink, first time party, first time anything, y'all. We're sitting there, and, you know, time goes by, and my friend disappears again. For like longer, like it wasn't 10 minutes at this time. It was like 30 minutes to like 40 minutes. So I'm just like asking all the girls, Where my friend at? You know, have you seen her? Everybody's like, no, we thought she was with you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I'll just go sit down in a chair, like, on the wall, because I wasn't about to dance with nobody. I'm drunk. I don't know nobody in there but her. I go sit down on the chair and just, it's a half moon of dudes around me just pulling at my hand and stuff. This is another story, girls. If you're drunk and you feel uncomfortable and there's dudes around you, you need to get up and go. You just need to get out of that situation, okay? Like I said, I was very young and naive, so I just sat there. And I wasn't drunk, but it was my first time drinking. I don't know. So like I said, I'm just sitting there waiting for her. And it's guys that I know and guys that I don't know pulling at my hand. I'm trying to leave. Like, I don't feel comfortable here. So she comes back like an hour later and she's like, are you ready to go? Right? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't want to be here, girl. You just left me. We end up leaving and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go home like this because I don't want my parents seeing me drunk like this, and I know I probably smell like liquor. Let me stay at your place for the night and then you take me back home. She's like, cool. That was the end of that. My first party. Very traumatic situation, okay? It was not comfortable at all from start to end. I didn't go to parties for like 2 years after that, y'all, because I didn't want to be in that situation. I didn't drink for like 2 or 3 years. I didn't drink until, yeah, I was 22 after that, because I didn't want to be in that type of situation no more. Anyway, y'all, if y'all ever had an experience like this, please leave it down in the comments. Let me know. Share it out with your friends. Like it, you know. You guys can follow me on all social medias. I'm going to leave it down in the description. Please, if you have any suggestions that you would like me to do, let me know. I'm willing to do it. Alright, y'all. Peace.